I really want to watch like Star Wars. There's something that like is really cozy to me about it. The one that Jar Jar Binks was in, like they just did such a good job. I know a lot of people hate that movie, but like the world building. in
like the
movie,
first one?
I've just been
Dude.
thinking about it a lot.
Oh my God.
Like the underwater stuff. Like I was like, I kind of want to like watch that and get lost in a movie.
I've been rewatching so many things that I wouldn't have rewatched, obviously, like as a dad, and like that's one of them.
That's so cool.
And like, I mean, you can't get me started. Like, you've seen my shed. You can't get me started on this shit. But like as quickly and concisely as I can say this to just piss everyone off. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't even do my fucking counting here. Are the best goddamn movies ever made.
And I make you with like AI hands when you do that.
I know. I'm like, and like. Everything afterwards is either like mediocre or dog shit. Like, I don't know. I recognize that those movies are like also not great in many instances, but like I also disagree. I think that they're amazing. So, okay.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Real quick. I know we've got so much to talk about today. I just watched.
That had nothing to do with anything.
No, but I have to ask you this too, because you're like one of my favorite movie friends, obviously. Pacific Rim. Have you watched Pacific Rim?
No, I haven't. No.
Damn it. Okay.
What do you think about it? Because I've like, I mean, it's the thoughts come and pass in my mind, but I it's been there and to like watch.
It feels like kind of like episode 1, where like I don't know. I need to ask more people what they think about it. Because I don't think it's like a great movie, and there's a lot of like really corny, cheesy shit in it, but I adore that movie, and I just showed my son it because I was like, this is just big monsters and robots fighting. Like, there's no way that like he's gonna hate this, and he loved it. He was just like, Dad, this is so sick, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking right. This is so sick.
Yeah, that's action.
That's son. Like, it's just big robots fighting big monsters. Like, come on, and like. I kind of want you to watch it because I cannot believe how good the CGI is still.
Yeah. I think that's the first time on Quarter Crew I saw that. I was like, oh
yeah. And they've talked about it a lot. Yeah, it's almost like our generation's Jurassic Park, where like I just can't believe how old it is.
Iron Giant.
Well, no, but like in terms of
Giant?
the fidelity of the graphics, like it's like, I mean, yeah, it's like Iron Giant, but like that's animated. I mean, like the CGI is incredible. But anyway, go watch it. Tell me what you think about it. You were talking about Star Wars. You're talking about kind of like guilty pleasure arena, and I feel like that is one of mine that I just like.
We should just start a movie podcast. There's probably none online,
dude. I mean, none that I like. So let's do it ourselves. Oh
man. Okay. Let's get into it. What's been? Should we just start at the top of the list here?
Yeah, we're gonna try to do some recurring segments, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how this goes.
You know what? I was actually thinking about this, and I was complaining about this. Not thinking about it, but I was complaining about this week. Of just like, I love my job, but it's like so apparent when you're hating what you're doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes. When you have too many projects, personally, when I have too many projects on the go, I start to hate what I'm doing because I'm just like, I can't invest myself into like any one thing.
Yep, totally.
And like the lowest one gets cut. Like I'm doing motion graphics for something right now.
Yeah.
And like just a few things are just like getting the lower lift of stuff.
Right. Oh, totally. But where were you going with that? You said, what was...
I don't know. I kind of cut myself off.
This is the thing I hate about my job. And then like, where was that going?
Well, it was like, I hate editing because this week.
Yes. First reoccurring segment is I hate editing this week because. Yes, that's a perfect example. Like, okay, I'm on.
Sometimes the job doesn't, like, you're not invested into the gig.
Yep.
That you think you would be. Like, I have hard drives on my desk that I'm like, oh, I'm going to be really excited to like cut this project, and then I plug it in and I'm just like, I'm not
happening.
actually.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. Do I have anything that I hate about editing this week? Oh, I have a great one. We were texting about it today. I hate that you cannot save audio effects in DaVinci Resolve easily. That's such trash. I was like, I hate
It's only on
editing.
certain effects.
Yeah, I need
but
to
you're
like.
not, are you even in Resolve right now?
I was doing one. I had a couple final things I needed to wrap up for a client gig in Resolve because I was actually. You would be so proud of me. I don't think I've even told you about this because it was like so long ago, and then it just like carried due to like all of their. I was just doing the graphics, long story short. So like when it got to me, it was so much later than when I had booked it that it's been like probably months. I don't know. It feels like it's been forever.
Sometimes I love and hate those depending on what your schedule looks like at that time.
Totally. Because I agreed to it like forever ago. And then in hindsight, he was like, oh yeah, Jake, like, hey, we still need to do this. And I was like, oh, I forgot that I told you I would do that.
Yeah.
But it was just graphics, which to be honest with you, I actually had a damn good time. It's probably one of my favorite client gigs I've done in a long, long time. But obviously I was doing that in Fusion. I wasn't doing that in Final Cut. And it was just like a corporate video. So pretty straightforward stuff. Used some of your plugins for sure.
Dope. Dope.
And anyway. Yeah, so that's all that to say. That's the only thing I've been doing in Resolve. Everything else, like all the past couple videos, and I've got one coming out also on Tuesday, I think it's scheduled, have all been Final Cut. And I probably need to do the next one in Resolve just to like keep it fresh because I've been really bad about it. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you see I added you to the like email list finally
for Creative Herd?
It might have gone to your spam, but
no, it came in. I was going to ask you about it.
It's for the motion transition. There's a big update coming.
Oh,
well, not a big update. Like I've been kind of keeping you in the loop, but like,
let's go.
Yeah, just some things that I've like caught that I'm just like this could be like this could work better essentially.
Oh, I'm pumped.
I think you'll like it. Yeah, I have a video coming on Monday about it. And then I was just like, you know what? Instead of just sending you them in an email, I'm just going to put you on the update list. So it automatically gets sent to you.
Beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that video on Monday. And good reminder to everyone that the motion transitions at creativeherd.ca are absolute dynamite. And to answer your question, it sounds like I will be in Resolve on my next project, most likely. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about it later. But there's one key thing that Final Cut is doing really well for me right now that is keeping me excited and not wanting to use Resolve, which again, that's later topic. That's the one I wrote in, but we'll get there.
All right.
Okay. What's the
best
best
thing you watched this week?
Jake's. It was going to be the Matt Diavella video we're going to talk about later, but I actually think my favorite was the which is ironic because I actually did the backwards of what I always do. I think my favorite video was the Corridor video that they put out, the Mario one.
Oh, interesting. The short or the long?
The short. I need to watch the behind the scenes, which is usually what I do first. But in this instance, probably just because of time constraints, I think I just watched the short.
Cool.
And I was like, dude, I love this. This is like old Quarter. This is so sick.
Oh, I love that. See, that's funny. I've watched the behind the scenes and got turned off because it wasn't that engaging, and I didn't watch the short.
Really? Okay. See?
So, because it wasn't fed to me.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. The universe like did the reverse to you and me, and like it hurt them one way and benefited them the other way. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I think I went to it because I was like, timely time to have Luigi in the title.
Yeah, dude. Well, okay, actually, so I listened to their podcast episode because I did a lot of driving this previous weekend. And Sam mentioned that. He was like, yeah, I think I'm going to put that in the title because of the current events. And I was like, that is hilarious that was premeditated. Like, that's so funny to me. But
like, but also like super serendipitous timing
Yeah.
to be able to release a content video around that. And that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, just benefits from it purely off the name and being like, there's so many Mario memes out there to begin with
Oh, yeah.
to like add to the mix.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah, I
total
like that.
serendipity. You're right. It's hilarious. But what's
mine
yours?
was Danny's breakdown. He released like a breakdown series on his next little short film that's coming up.
Yes.
Like the man in the photo. And like, to be honest, it was just one of those things I was like, I don't want to watch this, but I'm like cooking, so I'll put it on. And then I like was just like right there, and I was like, oh, I remember why I love Danny's channel.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
he's just like such a great editor to begin with, like pacing wise, in terms of like telling a story behind the scenes and like connecting all the rogue B-roll and stuff. Like, he to me is like doing the best behind the scenes instead of just like showing some set stuff and doing like a VO. There's like little interviews and then like cutbacks to his desk, and he's like just telling a story, and it's like an episode. Like, I'm watching an episode. It feels like that.
Totally.
And I like that.
It's on my watch later, and I need to watch it. Dude, this is so funny you say that, because I feel like my sentiment is exactly what you just said. He always falls into the category of like, his titles and thumbnails never like hook me. And I always go like, yeah, I love Danny, but I'm like, like you said, just kind of looks like another episode of Danny, which like by now I should know is convincing enough to just always watch, because anytime I do, I love it. But like, it doesn't, you can just tell he doesn't quite put in the effort on that. And sometimes it does slip and I forget about it on like my watch later because it's not quite
totally
as
agree.
engaging or like
Totally agree.
high grabbing.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what this thumbnail or title is. It's like, I need something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, it happened to be right place, right time.
Yeah. But then you watch it
Yeah,
every
so-
time and you're like, God, he's amazing. Like, I just need to
Yeah.
trust this dude and it doesn't matter what his title and thumbnail is, which is, yeah. There's a few people that needs to like, I need to like almost make a list or like, I don't know. I was going to ask you this too. I've been like really debating, like trying to actually go through and make my subscription feed accurate to something like that, where it's like people that no matter what they push, I
You
watch.
click it.
I don't know. It just feels like
How
I'm
would
going
you
to
do
miss
that?
stuff. I don't know if you could do it.
I think it's okay.
I think it's okay. Anyway, I just need
You're
to
a
watch
dad.
more
You got
Danny
better
DeVries.
things to do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like you've been doing a bunch of, like, you've been pumping. I feel like you're always pumping out videos. Like, you got a really good, solid work ethic, drive, and routine.
Thank you, sir.
I think that's my hot take.
I think that's a decent hot take. I think it all bundles into that topic I want to talk about later. Like all of I've got so many thoughts around like this stuff, and I need you. I need someone who speaks the language to, at the very least, just like listen to me talk about these thoughts and be like, okay, yep,
Yeah.
I agree. Or like, no, I disagree, and like just have like some conversation around it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm here for that for sure.
I'm teasing it so hard. If you're like listening right now, you're just like, God damn it, Jake. And I'm like, yep, we're going to get to it. I promise. And you're probably going to be so disappointed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Anyway.
But what have you been working on? You just said you had a video coming out on Tuesday.
Yes,
You wanna spoil it or no?
Tuesday. I'm good to spoil it for the homies here. The homies here get everything.
Oh yeah, it'll be out already.
It'll be out. Yeah, I'm guessing we won't release this before Tuesday, but the video is going. Dude, I'm so proud of this thumbnail. It's a white background, and it just says
Dude, I liked that. I liked the white background.
I am fucking hard with the white background lately. It's putting in work. I'm going to keep doing it because I'm so curious, like, if it seems like it's really working, except for on today's video. But, or was that today? That one came out today.
No, I like that. I like that thumbnail.
Yeah, but the one on Tuesday, it's literally just white, and it says Final Cut Pro with the logo underneath, nice little drop shadow, just completely white and black, and then I've got a big red X through Pro. And then I can't remember what I titled it, but it's like features that Final Cut is still missing. And then like in parentheses, Final Cut Pro 11 or something. Like totally another stab at just how much does the current Jake meta deliver.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
I like that.
I think there's some things in there. Oh, do I want to talk about that? I want you to watch it, and then maybe next episode we'll talk about some stuff, because there's a couple ideas that I tried that like didn't quite perfectly execute, but I still just went along with them because I'm like, it's iterative, and I'm curious if this shortcut could make me save even more time in the future. And then I'm also curious how much you're like, dude, that was garbage, or no, that was actually good. So we can, I'll probably send you the unlisted video after this, but we'll talk about it next week.
We'll do a little post-mortem.
Oh, God. Sounds like we're at work.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
We'll circle back. What about you? What do you got cooking? I mean, you're busy. You said you're just swamped.
Yeah, well, I was sick for literally 2 weeks straight.
Oh, my God.
So,
yeah. But you're better now, right? Like, you're good?
I'm still not 100%, honestly.
Damn.
Like, I feel like I was sick, and then I got, like, I was sick on Monday.
Yeah.
Down. On the Friday, I was like, okay, I'm slowly bouncing back. On the Sunday, I went to like a family event. On the Monday, straight back down.
Oh man, damn.
And that's when I got hit with like positional vertigo, and I was just like, okay, now I'm just horizontal. The first day that I got hit with positional vertigo, I had a meeting with Maddie, and I had already moved it from the week prior because I was sick. And I was like, hey man, like, no, like, let's move this to next week. I'll definitely be better. It's just like a little cold.
Yeah.
Cut to Tuesday morning. I'm feeling fine, but I like get out of bed. I'm just like, oh my God, the room is spinning.
Ooh.
And like, I couldn't walk.
Damn. Holy shit. So did you have to push it again, or did you push through?
So
I
was just like, no, I was just like, I'm not moving this. Okay. I have to push through. And so I was just like, my partner just moved in with me, and I was just like, yo, she's like, you can't go to this. I'm like, I have to go to this. She like helped me put my pants on, dude. Like I couldn't, she was like, you're not driving. She like canceled her like day for it. Like she had the morning off. So she's like, I'll drive you there.
Holy shit. Whoa.
And I was just like, I just need to function. Like I'm just going to drink a bunch of water. I'm gonna like take some pills that I was like doing research. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me?
Oh my God. That's kind of sketchy.
Dude, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
It was so crazy. I felt okay later in the day, but then the following day for the rest of the week, I couldn't move. Like I was literally just like on my couch, and every time I would like move or get up, like the world would spin and I'd feel nauseous, and I'm like, dude, it's like I'm just hungover all the time, but I'm completely sober. Like
that's crazy. Holy shit.
Yeah. Vertigo is weird, man.
Well, and like, yeah. No, and what causes it? I mean, that's crazy. Like, I mean, that's, yeah. And like, it's going away, but like, you didn't do anything, right? Other than
I started doing exercises because I like started deep diving on the internet whenever I like could hold my eyes open and do it. Because I went to like I went to the doctor. They gave me some like, he was like, yeah, like it was probably like sinus from you being sick or something, and then like carried over into your ear. And I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense with balance and whatever else. But I'm just like, still so random,
dude. That's so interesting.
Yeah. Like, never experienced vertigo really ever in my life.
No.
So I was like, I don't know what I'm going off of here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And there's like a bunch of exercises that you can like do with your head and neck to like realign your like inner ear. So I was like doing that and like throwing up. But I was like, I just need to get balance.
Jesus Christ. Wow. That's
But yeah, then we're back. So we made a YouTube video.
And that's going out Monday. And that's
going out Monday, yeah.
Motion
the whole time, dude, literally I had texted you like one of the nights. to
Yeah.
be like, yo man, like I'm like working on like another motion update or something.
Uh-huh.
And then the next morning I was gone. So I had like one night that I kind of tweaked them a bit, and then the whole rest of the week I just had that in the back of my head to be like, all I want to do is just get this video out.
Wow. Damn. That's crazy. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're doing better, but holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it was such a weird journey in that time of, it feels like a fever dream, dude. The amount of stuff that happened. Oh,
Yeah.
I think that same weekend, the Toronto Creator Meetup was just prior. So like,
Oh,
there was like this big Toronto like garage sale. Like Dunna did it, was there.
yeah.
So I like was able to meet him, like Jesse Driftwood, Kofi, like all these dudes like came, and they had like a huge fire sale of like a bunch of gear. And there was just like a huge YouTuber meetup.
Dang.
So I was like, okay. And then like the day after that, I got sick, and I was just like, did any of this actually happen?
Yeah, like was this in the same timeline? Oh, wow. That's crazy. Oh. I know when you texted me, I was like, I just have to keep checking in on you, but like that's awful. Yeah.
Yeah, I had like such random updates for you.
I know you were like motion graphics. I'm dying. Are we gonna pod again? Oh wait, I'm dying again. I was just like, what is going on, brother? Like, I hope
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
okay.
I'm like, I have a meeting with this person. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait, what? How?
Yeah, you send me a picture of Maddie's studio, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Is he dying, or is he like, what is happening?
Yeah,
Oh,
Maddie will never know.
he'll never know. Yeah. Oops. Secrets.
But yeah, so I mean, that's cool. Like the next YouTube video that comes out, I'm halfway through cutting it right now. So
Okay.
I'll at least have like assistant cut it at that point.
Sick. Okay.
Like I probably can claim that title. I don't know if I'll cut the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because you know how that goes. Like
I know.
do a base cut, and then it's like that God takes the wheel. You know?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're committing to Monday, and you haven't even done the assistant cut yet?
Oh no. My video comes out on Monday.
Oh, your video comes out on Monday. Beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know. Maddie's video comes out maybe just closer to Christmas.
Okay. Sick. Oh, I'm so excited to see that. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's another long form one. I like we talked a lot. We honestly talked a lot about what we're gonna get into, honestly,
Dude.
because I was just like, I just don't want to like be static anymore. And he's just like, yeah, but it's about personality. It's actually not about. And that was an interesting hot take. His hot take was pretty cool. He's like, there is gonna be, and it's already happening, like an incline of like NPC content. And that was Maddie's hot take. And I was like, dude.
For sure.
I was like, that's actually pretty good. Because, like, more people are just making content to make content. But, like, why? Like,
Totally.
not enough people are, like, pulling the thread of, like, why. And it's like, they're either telling these, like, huge, extravagant, like, crazy transitions and crazy cinematics and, like, doing the things. But it's just like, where's the story? Like, we're, like, slowly getting away that we're just, like, ChatGPT script, boom, enter, print, I'm just gonna shoot it.
Yep. Shoot it. Or like, well, and dude, like actually, I haven't been fed a lot of them, but Patrick was tweeting or threading about it or whatever on the number of like faceless channels too that are just like rampant.
Totally.
Where you just like people are just like AI generating basically the whole thing. I mean, there's still a lot of work being put in, but it's just a lot of generated pieces and parts. So it's not necessarily to discredit the amount of work, but like, you know, the final product, it's just all starting to look very similar. And that was his exact take, was same as Maddie's, is like, dude, show up, sit on camera, talk with your buddy, be yourself. Like, that's, people are going to be just hungry for that. They already are. I feel that way. You know, that's why when you like reminded me of Danny, I was like, God, yeah, I need to watch his videos because that's what we love about him. It's like,
yeah, because it feels like him.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah. Oh man, we accidentally have like such a unified podcast because all of this is kind of like coming together to like the central theme of be yourself on camera, and like that's amazing, right? Like that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And like we're going to talk about Matt's video, we're going to talk about my hot takes in there, like that, and Maddie, Patrick, everyone's talking about it, and I think it's spot on. It's what needs to happen right now.
Yeah. It's actually Matt's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Matt Diavella.
Yeah.
You don't know
Yeah.
who I am, but you know who Spencer is. So I don't know. Maybe you hear that.
But yeah, I'm glad he's like found this newfound like second wind, I guess. I wonder if it's. Oh yeah, no, he said he's not monetizing it, which I think is just an odd choice. Like,
Well, he's not monetizing it, and I mean it's all just to like keep flexing the muscle, right? Like I think he's coming back to his main channel, isn't he?
yeah, well, he's starting that new podcast like type of vibe.
Yeah.
So, like it, yeah, he definitely has a plan, and it's just like, it's just funny the choices that I'm just like, you could just run your second channel and get paid for it a little bit.
Oh, totally.
You don't need to just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a statement piece to just be like, no, I really want to keep it pure. Like I don't want to depend on it at all.
Right.
Because as soon as it's like gets a little bit, you're like, well, what if I just keep vlogging a little bit?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. I'm with you. I think it's an odd choice because I guess what I'm most curious to see is what, when he comes back to his main channel, what does that content look like, right? Like what, like the podcast, whatever, but if he makes another 30-day video or whatever video, like, is there a little bit more, you know, a little bit less, not, like, he's a little rougher around the edges, right? Because his second channel has just like got so much personality, a lot of roughness around the edges. Like, are we going to see some of that? I'm curious, because if so, I think that's cool. And then it kind of makes me go, okay, yeah, second channel, whatever. That's just your practice zone. Don't monetize
Yeah.
it. Keep it pure. But
did
like,
you catch what he was editing in that video?
oh yeah, of course. Final Cut, brother. He only edits.
That was crazy.
He only
No, that
edits
was crazy
in
to
Final
me.
Cut. You know that.
No, dude, that was crazy. He switched back. This guy's a traitor.
Oh, you guys. That's right. You guys were using Resolve, weren't you?
Dude, yeah. So he's probably just like, I'm going back to what I know. Going back to my roots, baby.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. Final Cut as a solo creator is pretty incredible. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say though that like the it's funny that like I never picked up that structure for myself, but like when we were cutting for him, like the structure of how in this video he explains like the structure of how he creates every single video, and he records the video first and then like kind of figures out everything as he goes. And like we did that, like I cut most of the videos like that, and just being like, okay, placeholder here,
Yeah.
and like trying to figure out, okay, I kind of know what I'm going to make for graphics, and that's like my jumping off point, and that never transferred to me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is a really efficient process. I'm just going to turn to my camera and press record and see what happens.
Yeah, like, wow, the way that he does this is amazing. Okay. Just walk off like, yeah. No, I think talking to you and Zach, I had picked up on that. And I was just like, this is the craziest idea ever. And like, I've done that a couple of times, and I felt the same way. I was like, this is, it feels a little too baked, which kind of goes back to what we were just talking about. Like it kind of starts to teeter into that, like, this feels pretty well constructed. There's no roughness here, but like, as far as getting it done and like outlining it and executing, it's a crazy good technique. It's crazy good.
Oh, yeah. Because it gives you a finish line. It gives you the start and finish line. Like when I start a video, I'm just like, is this everything I want to say?
Right.
Does this actually, like the video I'm going to drop on Monday for the motion transitions thing? It's not even a crazy video. It's just like an update video. I'm comparing what I was ranting to you about like the pop wobble that they added in Resolve, and I was like, this is garbage. Why did they add this? But I recorded it twice, dude.
Yeah.
I recorded it, I started editing it, and I got it together. I'm like, this doesn't actually make sense. I'm not showcasing this well.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh, that's great. Oh, damn.
so yeah. But if I wrote it for 2 seconds,
Yeah.
it would have made more sense.
It would have made more sense. You would have saved some time. I guess you still would have done it twice because you wrote it and then recorded it, which is basically the same amount of time. But
Yeah.
yeah,
My dad always used to say, lazy man works twice as hard.
it's a true. Well,
And he would say it to me often because I was always trying to take the lazy way out.
yeah. There's some truth to that. Okay, so there's some truth to that, but then also one of my favorite quotes is, I can't remember if it was Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, but he basically said the opposite of that, of like, if given 2 engineers, I'm picking the laziest one because he will find the most efficient way to get something done. And I was like, that's pretty ingenious to think about it like that. But
Yeah, fair.
I mean, I think both people are right. And it kind of depends on the lazy person. Is it a lazy person?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like
In
it's like the same
scenario.
definition, but it's not depending on the person.
Yeah. Yeah. Motivated. I'm going to choose the
Yeah.
most lazy motivated.
Lazy motivated, exactly. Which is like, I mean, that doesn't even make sense. But
Yeah, not remotely.
yeah. No,
But
it's interesting. I mean, I watched that video and I was just like, this is so cool. I've done this a couple times. I really enjoy doing it that way.
totally.
The one thing that he did, though, that is different from what I've done is I would record the VO and then shoot B-roll on top of the VO, whereas he would record the VO and then actually re-record himself on camera, which
You don't
still...
I feel like you do that.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. I mean, the overarching, like, huge W from this technique is that you get to understand the pacing and cadence, which you can't from the script. Like, you can throw in a song and, like, feel how the video is going to feel. And, like, half the time, actually, this is what I texted you about 2 weeks ago. It's like, man, if you did a well-written script with a good microphone and like nice music, like, do you even need video? Could you just have text on the screen with subtitles and like, would someone watch that?
Yeah.
Because it still just tells the same story. I don't know.
Yeah. Comment below if you're like seriously think about that, because it's basically a podcast, but you're watching the words.
But you're watching the words. I've been dying to try it. In fact, I told you I was going to, and then I can't remember what I forgot to do it on.
It's just an odd concept because it's like, it basically is a podcast. So like, would you actually even be watching, or would you just be listening?
Yeah. I don't know. I want to try it though. I'm so curious. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, scripting for the win, man. I think it's just difficult with desk content. And like, you might have a different opinion on that, but like, because of the videos that we make, and maybe I'm such bullshitting right now because like you are capable of doing it. Like, you just
Yeah.
kind of recapped. But like, I just can't picture being like, I don't know.
Well,
I'm in my
Yeah.
head, I'm proving myself wrong as I'm saying that.
I think the point you're making, I think I'm kind of seeing what you're saying, right? Like, I think the point you're making is that when you're sitting at a desk, it already feels like less creative, maybe. So when you script, it also just feels like, holy shit, I am just like cookie cuttering the bejesus out of this video because I'm just sitting here,
Yeah.
which doesn't feel very creative. And then I'm putting up guardrails so that I'm not ever going to go off and say something silly or interject any kind of humor, right?
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I think I only did a little bit of a halvesies script on the Tuesday video. Okay. And again, there's a couple things here that you got to watch and tell me if they land, but I wrote the script And I actually went back and I said, there's nothing funny in here. And I tried to actually go right in like, hey, I would probably make this joke, or hey, I would actually do this, right? Like instead of my writing brain, like what's my dork dad Jake brain, like would I say something here? And I tried to actually script it in. So it may like not land at all because again, it just feels like trying to combine two different worlds here. But I was really trying to like break the scripting hump with what I think you're saying, which is that like if I'm just sitting at the desk, like anything can happen, you know, like I'll think of something and just be like, oh yeah, as an editor, I know that I can just throw in this random whatever, you know?
Yeah, I think it's hard too because like what came up for me is like you definitely just want to point form it, obviously, and sometimes I kind of forget that. Like I just need a point form of just like, okay, I need to hit this, I need to hit that, I need to hit that, and you'll inevitably inject your own personality if it's not word for word and like make those jokes.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just like, well, I have to do it real time, so why would I script it if I know I have to compare these two things on a screen capture? Why would I script that? Like,
right. Yeah, like doing the thing, I should walk through it, right?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, like I could just walk through the, like, why would I put the script in? But then sometimes when I get back in the edit, I'm just like, oh man, I forgot to make this point, and this point.
Yeah.
And those are the things that like are so helpful. Or even like one of the main reasons I redid the video I just did is because I was trying to explain visually the difference of mine, the motion transitions and Resolve's like kind of iteration of it. But I used the same logo. And I'm like, visually, what the fuck is happening? I don't know what I'm looking at. I was like, this is mine. This is Resolves. This is mine. I'm like toggling on both of them on and off. And I'm like, I can't tell. Like,
yeah, and that's perfect, right? Like that's a little,
but
yeah.
I feel like that's even further that of like something that you don't really think about unless you start scripting, because I wouldn't have necessarily clocked that. Unless I had that written down to be like, oh, I need to compare these. And before I do that, I actually need to get two different logos.
Right.
What should it look like? Like, what should the visual language be on screen? Instead of, I just sat down. I was just like, all right, let's compare, start screen record. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think we're both arriving at the conclusion that some structure we would benefit from, and potentially like multiple, like maybe even more of it would be better. But yeah.
Oh, dude, my camera just cut out. My camera just got full.
All right. Spencer's camera died. I've got like maybe something going on, dad emergency. I got to go check it out. So we're cutting this episode short. I feel so bad. We teased everyone with like the thing I wanted to talk about, which was my stupid desk Talking Heads videos, but we'll have to do that next episode.
Yeah.
But brother, it was so great catching up with you, and you're just on audio now, but we love your voice. And next podcast, we're hitting Jake's hot takes on why I may not hate filming at a desk anymore.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of us out there that film at a desk. So
yeah.
I feel like that could take up a lot of time, honestly.
Totally. And historically, we've bagged on it hard.
Yeah, totally. And I've been in a couple scenarios these past couple weeks that people are just like, just embrace it.
Yep.
So
yep.
Yeah, I feel like we could talk about it. And if you sit at a desk and make videos, tune into it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right.
Talk soon.
See you, dude.
Bye-bye.